Ha! Hey, what is going on, crypto people? What in the wide world? Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon says the governments are going to crush Bitcoin. uh, that dude is, as much as I don't like a boy, that's a smart move right there. As much as this disdain for that dude is at record levels. That's a smart dude right there. Look, David Schwartz talking about tokenization on the XRPL. It's coming, baby. It's coming. My question is, a year and a half. Interesting. Is that a long time or not? I don't know. Listen, the market is doing what the market does. We'll go over the numbers. Shout out to Mr. Man XRP. The dude has been on it. We're going to go over some of his posts from Crypto X. I guess we're calling it. We'll go over those as well. Holy moly, GWW Mastermind. You better get on that, guys. Better get on it. GWW Mastermind. Link will be in the description. We're going to have a cool hangout. Real cool hangout. First interview, Mickey B. Fresh, baby. Mickey B. Fresh brought the freaking noise. Holy moly. You're going to want to get that. It was really a really cool hangout. Listen. Old money doesn't want you to win, but that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. We are already winning. I'm telling you, to be early in this new asset class is a game changer. It may not feel like it right now. It's a game changer. Look, I'm telling you, the 1% of the 1% want assets that you and I hold. They want them, don't have them. Hedge funds, major hedge funds want access, don't have it. Listen, word on the street is iShares got that Bitcoin ETF approved. Is that the Bitcoin spot ETF from iShares got approved? Reuters apparently is sharing that. I haven't heard it. Let me know if that's fact, shall wow. I did see Bitcoin up to 28,000. So I guess it's true. We'll have to check into it. Pookie was in the building. Pookie is in the building. What's good, my friends? Good to see you. Telling life is good. What? We'll find out about this iShares. We'll get into that as well. Interesting time. Good morning. It is, what is today? Monday? Yeah. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Feel blessed. I hope you feel blessed. I hope this is a head up, shoulders back moment for you in your life. Why? Because you're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And you're winning. If you hold digital assets, you win. If you're holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, Cardano, XDC, if you're holding the ASTO token, if you're holding root tokens from the root network, I'm telling you, you're winning. You are winning, my friends. You get in that GWW Mastermind, we're going to show you how to bring some passive cash flow income into your portfolio as well. What? You got to know about these things. You can't just wait for one moon. By the way, if you're holding some assets that are going to do year over year better than 15%, I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but you're creating net worth. And it's getting higher and higher and higher. Don't be fooled. Don't let the mainstream media tell you otherwise. I'm telling you, it's all good. Mr. XRP All In is in the building. How are you, Frank? Bro, I'm well. Painful loss last night, bro. Mr. XRP All In, I believe, is a New York Football Giants fan. Painful loss. Painful. My New York Football Giants. What? 2 times from the 1 yard line, they had a chance to score to win. Can't blame it on the refs. They missed a call. They 1,000% missed that holding call. But what can you do? I don't know. We could Monday morning all day, but should they have given it to Saquon? I don't think so. But that was a good play. Mr. XRP All In, let me ask you something. What did you feel about the Giants offense with Tyrod Taylor in there? What did you feel about it? Because to me, it felt like it ran smoother. It felt like there was less panic. It seemed as though there were significantly less sacks. How is that possible? We got like the fifth string offensive lineman. I think they said it was the fifth individual or, different lineup put together. It seemed like less sacks to me, seemed like significantly less sacks. Now, I'm not going to go on too much about it, but here, look, Tyrod's got like 60-something plus touchdowns to 22-something interceptions. Come on already. He was making some throws that Daniel is just not making. Like, Daniel panics. Like, is he going to get better? I believe so. But it's going to be painful to see this dude journey through and learn how to make passes like Tyrod was making. Holy moly. But anyway, I don't want to bore you guys with my New York Football Giants stuff. But boy, I got to tell you, XRP and tokenization coming to the XRPL is game-changing. I was listening to someone talk about stable coins, Nick Carter, this morning. Listen to Nick Carter talk about stable coins and talking about it's the killer app. Stable coins, the killer app because of settlement and da-da-da. I'm like, come on, bro. Do you know there's a better settlement token out there than stable coin? Come on. I get it, but stable coins are better than the dollar. The stable coin, they don't want to call them stables anymore. And I agree, you shouldn't call them stable coins. I believe we should call them crypto dollars and get away from the stable coin thing. I believe they should be called crypto dollars. But there isn't a better killer app for settlement and cross-border payments than XRP. Come on, Nick Carter, you know better than that. I get it, you're BTC Max, but you know better than that. How are we, you and I, going to get that stable? And then how are we going to move it on the Ethereum blockchain? Come on, bro. You know better than that. You know about the XRPL, Nick Carter. You know that the XRPL can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. You ain't moving no stable coin in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. Come on, bro. Oh, by the way, let me know in the chat what you're thinking. I'm thinking about doing a Talk That Talk Thursday. What you think? What you think about that? I'm thinking about doing that. Talk That Talk Thursday. And it's going to be, it will primarily be outside of crypto. Talk That Talk Thursday. I'm thinking about it. Let me know what you guys think. I was out looking at some homes yesterday. And I thought, man, that's a good idea. Talk That Talk Thursdays. I think that was a good idea. May have to do it. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. We always have to like to have as many likes so we have viewers in the stream. Definitely appreciate that. And if you didn't do so already, no worries. Just collapse the chat, go smash that like, and then come back and hang out. Let me do this. People, what in the wide world? Let me go over here and do this because this is just better. Mr. XRP says, the New York Football Giants season is over. Yeah, it's over. It is over because, look, Daniel Jones is not coming, is coming back into the mix as soon as that next batter. And he just doesn't have it right now. What's going on with Flare, Siege, says Pookie. You tell me. I don't know what's going on with Flare Network. What's happening over there at Flare Networks? I don't know anything. What security issue are we having? I thought the only thing I heard about Flare Networks is they were going to be burning 2 billion Flare tokens and coming up with new tokenomics. That's all I've heard. Do tell, Pookie. You tell me what's going on with Flare Network right now. What is going on with Flare Network? Excuse me, I had to take some of my favorite libation this morning. What's going on? I haven't heard anything about security. I haven't. Let's see. All right, got that going over there. Should we go over the numbers, fam? Let's go over the numbers because the market, again, is just doing what the market does. If you can stomach the market numbers, I'll share it with you. You heard that BK said couldn't security? No, I don't think XRP will be quote unquote a stable coin. I think here's the deal. And I think maybe we kind of convolute this whole stable coin thing. I think that XRP, because it moves so fast in 3 to 5 seconds, the price is going to be the price. And if it's $1, $2, $3, $4, $7,000 in 3 to 4 seconds, it's probably going to be 2, 3, 4, 7,000. So maybe it has that kind of stable coin attributes. I would say it has stable coin attributes, right? Because ultimately it's a crypto dollar, right? Right. Ultimately, that's what it is. But it has attributes to it. I don't know if they'll ever be designated as such. I don't know. But I don't think that's its main function. It's a settlement. It's a settlement instrument and mechanism, and it's a liquidity instrument and mechanism. That's what it is. Winston P. Prescott's in the building. What's good? Ferrari announced, how you doing? I'm good, man. I'm good. Ferrari, says Winston P. Prescott, announced they will take XRP and Shiba as payment. For me, look, for me, Ferrari is going to take your XRP. So you give them $500,000 in XRP, or you give them, I don't know, 60,000 XRP as a down payment. Cool, I love it, but I'm not doing that. I will use the dirty, nasty fiat, because for me, being able to provide liquidity, being able to earn yield on that XRP is the game changer for me. Now, if you got 20 million XRP, maybe using it to buy a Ferrari is cool. But the idea that they're doing it is interesting. Right, the bigger meaning. The idea that they would take XRP as opposed to taking that dirty, nasty fiat, Winston, speaks volumes. I told you, we're holding assets that they want. We're holding assets that they want. Think about Ferrari, Shiba Inu, and freaking XRP. They're willing to take that. Think about that. Ferrari doesn't seem to be worried about bear and bull markets when it comes to digital assets. Ferrari doesn't seem to be concerned that they could take an asset right at the beginning of a bear market, and that thing's going to lose all kind of value, 80 to 95%. They don't seem to mind it at all. Now they'll probably take the XRP, boom, transfer it over to the currency that they want. Probably, that might be part of it as well, Winston. They just like, hey, I know I can get this to that other thing. Ferrari might be on RippleNet. Ferrari might be using RippleNet or some other thing on the ledger for payments. Take the XRP, transfer to the appropriate fiat. So that's great news. Let's go with these numbers. Mr. XRPL on says, what do you think about Jamie Dimon on half of Ethereum? I think it's trouble. Look, I think that I wouldn't want to be associated with it as an owner or as a foundation if I was part of that foundation, but I wouldn't want to be associated with anything with Jamie Dimon. Nothing. All right, let's go over these numbers real quick. Yeah, Bitcoin's almost at 28,000. Yeah, something going on there. All right, let's go here. Let's share. Share. That's fair. Let's go over to market. According to CoinGecko, a coining. That's just great. That's great, Crypto Seeds. According to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 1.13 trillion. It's up 3.5% in 24 hours. The Bitcoin dominance is at 48.8%. I don't think I've seen that high in a long, long time. 48.8%. Slowly, that Bitcoin dominance, regardless of the price, is the significant factor, whether we have an alt season or not. It's how you tell, it's how you begin to look. Regardless of the price, look at the dominance. Bitcoin is trading at $28,202. Again, Ethereum is trading at $1,586. Again, and XRP is trading at 49 cents. Again, you guys told me you could stomach these sideways numbers, so I'm sharing them with you. Ain't nothing going on here. This is just sideways movement. This is just heaven for swing traders. That's all this is. Remember, the total cryptocurrency market cap was over 3 trillion. So we're down about 2 trillion, right? We're down about 2 trillion, fam. That's what it is. That's what it is. I want to get to David Schwartz in a second, but I do want to share this little video here from Flip the Chain. It says global banks are aligned and working on directions of regulators for faster payments. Shane Warman, Bank of England, guiding NPA, Ripple, has involvement with Ripple. Bank of England says, wow, things are moving fast and in coordination. Let's take a listen. This is from Cybos TV. Let's see what he has to say here. We know about Bank of England and Ripple, longtime Ripple net partner.
So that's the case. Let's start off with something simple. Just explain to us what the MPA will do and what its benefits are.
So the MPA is a payment system in the UK. The UK was the first country to have a real-time payment solution. It was about 2008. It needed to be updated. There was a process that was run a number of years ago, about 8 years ago, with the regulators, where they identified a number of changes that need to be made to it to modernize it. And one of those things that the way in order to deliver that, they decided the best way to do that would be to effectively build a new system. So that's what it is. It's a part of the wider payment. It underpins the payments ecosystem in the UK.
So why is Pay.UK doing this now? And why is the MPA needed?
Well, the reason why we're doing it now is because the regulators have told us we have to. So that's the case for change, and it is the right thing to do. So, as I said, the faster payments, which is the name of the current real-time payment solution in the UK, is about 18 years old, or 15 to 18 years old. When it was, the world has changed. The world has changed. We've moved to ISO, the messaging standard. It doesn't support ISO. If you look at the growth in volumes, we need a faster solution. We need something that supports interoperability globally. So that's why it's happening now. Now is the right time to make the change and create the system of the future.
So what are the benefits?
Yeah, and so we all know about Bank of England and Ripple. We know that. Here's just something apparently from the Bank of England, bankofengland.co.uk/paper 2023 roadmap for the real-time gross settlement service. And in here, it says cross-border synchronization. A joint project with Ripple demonstrating that synchronized FX transactions in two different RTGS systems can be achieved. So we all know about that. We know that is happening. We know that they've been a long-time partner for sure. Let me see if I can find the thing that I wanted to share with you. Let's do this not so great of a guy, Jamie Dimon. Let's do that first. Says Much Watch says, good morning, crypto. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon's bold claim governments will eventually crush Bitcoin. Much has evolved since this speech, leaving us with questions. Does Jamie possess undisclosed insights, or was he intentionally misguiding his rivals? I would love to see the timeline on this. I would think it's the latter, intentionally misguiding his rivals.
And the other thing I've always made of Bitcoin, governments, and this is not a technological statement, governments are going to crush it one day. Governments like to know where the money is, who has it, and what you're doing with it.
That's probably old. That is probably old. Here's just kind of news about the Bitcoin iShares Bitcoin ETF being approved. I have not heard anything. Let me know if you guys find some real proof. Caitlin Long is suggesting that this is fake, but I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Reuters is reporting SEC is approving the iShares Bitcoin ETF. Caitlin Long is like, huh? If the BlackRock ETF news is actually true and not fake news, how did the information leak like it did? So anyway, I don't know if it is or not, but let me know if you guys have got something that says that iShares Bitcoin ETF did get approved. I'm a little shocked that any ETF would have been approved ahead of BlackRock. I'm a little shocked about that. But let's take a listen to David Schwartz when he was at the summit, the AVEX summit, talking about tokenization. Shout out to Mr. Man. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Let's take a listen to David Schwartz, and I'll go back on the chat.
I'm hoping that we're going to see, as real world asset tokenization projects grow, I think the XRP ledger is going to be a really good platform for them to launch on, particularly because of the low fees and because of the integration with the DEX, with the proximity to sort of the movement of funds. The ability, if someone's going to buy, what do you want to do with a real world tokenized asset? You want to buy it, you want to sell it, you want to hold it, you want to transfer it. And if you want to buy it and sell it, you want to be able to do that with whatever asset is convenient for you. You don't want to tie, if you tokenize some sort of debt, like you don't want to tie it to US dollars, because then that limits access to it, people who have sort of proximity to US dollars. One of the things the XRP ledger is good for is giving you sort of proximity to many different assets, and that exchange is seamlessly built in. So I think that's one of the many reasons why the XRP ledger is going to be a good place to launch tokenized real world assets. I think we'll see that in the next year and a half.
Next year and a half. That's some good stuff right there. Shout out to Mr. Man and Flip the Chain. Thank you, my guys. I appreciate you. I think that is significant. I really do. Would be nice. Jamie, yeah. Jamie is What neighborhood was that, Siege? That was Cimarron Hills. Pokey Cimarron Hills. What do you think about Jamie owning half of Ethereum? You know, look, again, I'm not excited. I would not be excited about being associated with him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Apparently, Joseph Lubin and Vitalik Buterin have no challenges at all. Look, it's obvious to me that JP Morgan and JB Dimon came to Ethereum after they came to Ripple and offered and say, hey, look, you want to operate in this space? We'll back you, but we want 40 to 60% of what you got. Feels like Jamie Dimon and Joseph Lubin, rather, and Vitalik said, cool, we're good with that. That's what it feels like to me. Consensus, MetaMask and Fuhrer. You know, JP Morgan has significant stakes in those entities, right? Joseph Lubin is just not a good dude either. So I guess that, you know, birds of a feather, you know, that type of deal. That's what it feels like to me. Birds of a feather, baby. Birds of a feather is what it seems like to me. You know, it's everything about that dude is yuck. Yuck. So Jamie says, you know, the government's is probably, again, it's an old video, but the fact that he would say it, I think he's just, you know, I know the phrase is probably talking your books is what they kind of, what he kind of says. We all know, we all saw the Tika Torari video from years back about Jamie Dimon and others, calling, Bitcoin this thing. And then obviously on the other end, they were out buying it. We all know that's what happened. But I think it's important. Look, the tokenization coming to the XRPL ledger is game-changing stuff. Game-changing stuff, Again, the XRP ledger can move anything of value in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. That's never been said. That's never been echoed in the history of the digital asset space, ever. And oh, by the way, I would encourage you guys to, get outside of the ecosystem of BK and DAI, right? Get out of that ecosystem of XRP content creators. Get out of that. Get outside of that for different perspectives. Check out Raul Paul, Data Dash, Gareth Soloway, Benjamin Cohen, Nick Carter. Grab some different perspectives. You want to be well-rounded in this space. You don't want to operate in some chain, right? You want to be well-rounded, to get different views is significantly important. You want to be well-rounded. Why? So that you can intelligently articulate your point of view. If it's just coming from one perspective, that's going to be challenging. You don't want to run around getting beat up. I used to tell my my Christian buds, young Christians, look, you don't want to run around getting beat up. I know you're excited, but you better level up. You better dig deep into the word, because otherwise you will get beat up, right? And so gaining different perspectives is hugely important if you want to share, about this fourth industrial revolution. If you want to share about this asset class that's being built right underneath the noses of your neighbors and your family and your coworkers, you got to level up. You can't just be hoped up in this space. That's not going to work. You have to level up, Winston. Can't just be hoped up. Talking 589 and 10,000 extra. That's not enough. That's not enough. Right? We got to level up. We got to know what we hold. Yeah. Look, tokenization coming to XRPL, lending coming to the XRPL, insurance most likely is coming, real estate is coming without question I asked Mickey in that exclusive interview was, the project that does come, the real estate project that comes to the XRPL doesn't mean it's going to be the best. Will it be the best? I don't know. Doesn't that real estate project have a team? Got a CEO and a COO and a CFO and a CTO? Don't they have to have a market and marketing? Or will they be the best? I don't know. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until I find out otherwise. But we got to know what's a good looking tokenization real estate project on a blockchain. What does that look like? We got to know. Yeah, that exclusive interview with Mickey B. Fresh in the Patreon, let me tell you, that was life-changing stuff right there. When it's like we were laughing like giddy, like 14-year-old boys, like, whoa, and we hold this asset, and this is coming to the ledger. That automated market maker is game-changing. I don't know if you guys realize that you guys can be a mini Chris Larson. Like, do you understand that? Chris Larson's background was from peer-to-peer lending. That's where he got all that stuff that he has, all that wealth. Obviously before XRP, but that's where he got all his wealth. With the P2P lending model. How many of you are good with being a mini Chris Larson? How many of you are good with that? I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Dude's worth billions. I'll take hundreds of millions. Won't you? It started with P2P lending. Started with P2P lending. All my dudes out there in the dividend paying life insurance, cash dividend life insurance policies, they've been doing peer-to-peer lending since the beginning. They've been doing peer-to-peer lending from the beginning. Winston's like, I'm real good with that. I hear you, bro. Alvin Pena says, it will be an honor trying to be like Chris Larson. I mean, come on, right? Be a lender and not a borrower. Ancient scripture says that. Ancient scripture. Alvin Pena says, I think Kathy Woods makes ridiculous prices for Bitcoin because of this Bitcoin spot ETF, probably. Look, Bitcoin is not going away. The store value narrative is not going to go away. Look, they have already decided that Bitcoin is going to be the digital gold. That's why governments around the world hold it, and they're just not telling you that they have it. They're just not telling you. They know about the monetary policy that comes behind Bitcoin. They would not hold it unless there was a monetary policy behind it that makes sense. This scarcity and deflationary, essentially. The inability to continue. Don't you think if there's anybody who knows the failed model of just printing into oblivion, it's freaking central banks and governments. They know it's a failed model. And if they can adopt a monetary policy with scarcity and the inability to print, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They know what it is. They don't want us to know. You gotta get that. Right? They don't want us to know, but they know. Look, if you and I are good, what good are they? Hey, Winston, if you and I are good, then what good are they? But if we aren't good, then they got something to do. They have someone to monitor. They have someone to control and look after. But if you and I are good with our own form of money and our own monetary policy, we don't need them. That's what this is all about. What are the Alphabet Group going to do if you and I are good? What are they going to do? If we're good and your neighbor is good and your ma and your pa is good and your nana is good, your boys are good, what are they going to do? What the Alphabet Group going to do if we're good? What about this? What about if you and I are good with each other? What are they going to do? Do you see what I'm saying? In order for them to stay relevant, we have to not be good and not be good with one another. That's the only way they stay relevant. Anyone find it eerily odd, the timing of this new madness that has come? This madness with the two warring spots over there. I'm not talking about the Ukraine one. I'm talking about this new one. I don't want to even mention it. Anyone find it eerily odd, the timing of this madness? Right? That's right. Winston said, without us, the game's over. 1,000%. That's why they keep trying to cause a divide. They keep trying to cause a divide fiscally or financially. They want that, 95% to 5% to be 99% to 1%, to be 99.5% to 0.5%. That's what they want. They want you and I warring with one another over madness, like the color of our skin, madness. They want you and I warring with one another. They want to continue to cause divides so that they can stay relevant. Think about that. The Alphabet Group wouldn't have nothing to do. The quote unquote, I hate to even call them global elites. I hate even using that. Like, what's elite about them? What's next level about it? Charles, what is this dude's name? Klaus. I don't even know. What's that dude's name at the WEF? Come on already. Why are we even listening to that dude? I'm telling you, Winston, I'm going to do that talk Thursday. I'm going to do it. Talk Thursday. It won't even be about crypto. It's going to be a cool hang. XRP Preacher is in the building. What's going on, friend? You know, life is, it's interesting. We could talk about it. I'm not falling for that game. I am not falling for it. No, bro, I'm going to love you whether you love me or not. I'm good. I answer to something bigger than that. I ain't fighting somebody else's thing. I'm not doing that. I'm not warring with my neighbor over some nonsense. No. We're good. Makes no sense to me. Because I know what they're trying to do. And if you'll sit down and have a conversation with me, I'll explain it to you. Right? That's why they don't want people going to the streets. They don't want people marching in the streets. They don't want people coming together, marching in the street. Nah, they don't want that. They do not want that. That's why they're afraid of the redhead. Like people think the redhead, listen, the redhead knows the game. He knows the game. You want to talk about somebody who doesn't need them. That's why. Why do you think they want career politicians being career politicians? There's a reason for that. It causes divide. You tell me how someone making $150K a year ends up with $25 million net worth in about 8 years. 8 years? 10 years? You're at 25 mil with 150 to 170K in salary? Come on. Sure. Gracious. What about all the rest of them 150, 100? There's some people out there, federal employees making 150, 180 grand. They ain't ever getting to 25 million net worth. Ever. And we got career politicians just doing it like it's nothing. And most of them hiding it. Come on already. It's the cause of divide. Again, take that 95% to 5% and make it 99 to 1%. That's the goal. That is the goal. Why? So they can have something to do. So the Alphabet Group can have something to do. Alvin Pena. I just watched a freaking video of a former LAPD cop telling the world how he found out about the 3-letter Alphabet Group moving drugs into a community. Why? To make that community dependent upon them. And then, unfortunately, we get the clueless Lloyd Bonkers of the world, clueless, who don't understand that old money doesn't want you to win. That's why I call it old money, because I hate using the word elite. And when in reference to them, I hate using it. That's why I say old money. But he don't understand that. The dude had proof and lost his gig because he tried to out him. Think about that. He tried to out him and he lost his gig trying to do the right thing. Come on, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Cause a divide. That's what they want. Divide and conquer. That's what they've been saying from the beginning. That's why the digital asset space is so important. Don't stop listening to content creators trying to tell you don't own any Bitcoin. That's nonsense. It's not the asset. It's the monetary policy that it comes with. You hold the thing if you own some Bitcoin. You own a thing. The scarcity is there. Which makes it valuable. And you can own it. You don't have to sign up and jump into the accredited investor pool to own this valuable asset. You understand that? You don't have to run to SPV platforms. Not that anything's wrong with them, but you don't have to run to them to own a valuable scarcity asset. You get that? You got to know what you hold. It's the monetary policy that comes with the asset that's important. We all know that it's not the next level blockchain. It's inferior in terms of the blockchain. We all know proof of work's inferior to proof of stake, and proof of stake is inferior to some consensus, or the Byzantine, we all know that the XRP ledger blockchain is superior than any proof of stake going around. So is Hedera hash graph and Algorand. We know they got superior blockchains. We know that. But tell me about the monetary policy behind Hedera hash graph and Algorand. I mean, I don't know. Tell me about it. Here's the thing. We need more choices of a monetary policy, not less choices. Why? Because the central bankers have failed. They can't figure it out. They can't figure it out at all. And by the way, we've given them their shot and they just keep screwing it up. So why not choose our own? Why not choose our own? We need more assets that can give us a better return on that can outperform the debasement of fiat currency. We need more assets that can outperform that, not less assets. We need more because the debasement is not happening. It's intentional, right? Anyway, I talked that talk long enough, but I just wanted to kind of share that with you. This is the stuff that you're going to be getting in the Generational Wealth Mastermind, by the way, just to let you know. Yeah, interesting times for sure. But I think that's all I want to share with you guys. David Schwartz just letting us all know what's really going on with the XRPL ledger. I mean, how could you not be excited about that? Crypto Eddie did something that I think is interesting. Let me share that with you guys. I'm going to end on Crypto Eddie's latest post here. It's interesting. Keep doing what you do. Did that work? Nope, that didn't work. Hold on. That's what? That's not what I want. Do this. Take a look at Crypto Eddie doing her thing. Take a look at this. She says, an XRP first, says Crypto Eddie. The first ever Futureverse Fluff World collectible that was bridged from Ethereum to the layer 1 root network. She says, paid for in XRP, the native asset to the XRPL. Cross-chain gone wild. She said, oh, and I use my Zum wallet, soon to be rebrand Xamin. I'm not sure why these guys can't figure out some different names. But anyway, check this out.
Futureverse is a revolutionary platform that utilizes AI with metaverse technologies that enable open, scalable, and interoperable apps, games, and experiences. Participation is generously acknowledged for those who contribute to fortifying the ecosystem through the act of staking the network's own token root. This system is intentionally inclusive, welcoming anybody to ensure a rewarding and fulfilling experience for all involved. The fluff world for me is where I decided to step into first. And I want to introduce to you Ona Musha. She was the first fluff world collectible to be bridged from Ethereum to the root network paid for in the digital asset XRP. This bridge was achieved by creating a future pass linked to MetaMask, where I seamlessly and easily transferred my XRP to a personal Futureverse wallet. The root network, with a primary focus on developers, operates independently and has introduced a marketplace known as Mark. What sets this ecosystem apart is its capability to enable the acquisition of collectibles using XRP, with all transactions on the root network relying on XRP for gas fees. Ona Musha, my fluff character, is named after the term referring to female warriors in pre-modern Japan. These women fought in battles alongside samurai men and were members of the Bushi, or warrior class, trained in the use of weapons to protect their household, family, and honor in times of war. Her properties are unique, such as her fur color, eye color, background, expression, music, and accessories. An intriguing prospect arises as Ona Musha is awarded a future score. This score will open doors to partake in Futureverse quests, and these quests will earn root tokens. The root token will then offer more opportunities to stake and gain rewards, thus bolstering the network's security, with XRP featuring prominently in this dynamic ecosystem.
Good for you. Good for you, Crypto Eddie. Good for you, miss. Keep doing what you're doing. That's pretty cool right there. I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. All right, guys, look, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let me check out some more comments before I go. Alvin Pena, thank you, my friend. Alvin Pena says, I eat, sleep, drink, and think of the knowledge Crypto Caesar's giving me. Well, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you saying that. That's right. Ferrari accepting XRP, airlines accepting XRP, Taylor Swift concert accepting XRP. What the world? Taxi cabs in the UK accepting XRP. Well, how about that? There it is, friends. I mean, that says it all. I'm telling you, you and I are playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we're winning. We're winning, fam. All right, guys, look, this wraps up your XRP live stream with Crypto Siege. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you didn't do so on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat real quick and hit that like button, then come back and hang out. And if you've been hanging out watching the Crypto Siege, you enjoyed this hangout and other hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Ha ha! I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya.